Skeptics love to say you can't put a price tag on inner peace because you can't measure it. I call BS, nonsense. You absolutely can measure a drop in blood pressure. You absolutely can measure hours of deep sleep. You can even measure a 23% drop in citywide crime rates when enough people learn to meditate together. Today, we're throwing out woo-woo and talking about real measurable results. And before any skeptics tune out because you believe you are beyond learning something new, consider this your opportunity to maybe have some more fuel. Because this isn't really just a yoga conversation. This is for anyone doing work that changes people from the inside out, but keep being dismissed as soft because you can't hand someone a spreadsheet for it. Therapists, coaches, teachers, healers of every kind. If your work gets called nice to have instead of necessary, keep watching. Here's why skeptics and corporate clients write off yoga as vague luxury. You can't put a feeling peaceful on a spreadsheet. Here's the shift that changes everything. Inner peace, it was never supposed to be the thing you measure. It's the cause. The measurable part is the effect. What actually happens to someone's health, their relationships, their productivity, and their decision making once their nervous system stops living in fight or flight all day? You can't weigh Zen on a scale, but you can count the panic attacks that stopped, the doctor visits that never happened. Stop selling vague vibes. Start tracking real world results. Yoga teachers, I'm talking to you. Okay? I don't watch the news, but you don't have to watch it to know what's going on out there. There's road rage. There's workplace burnout. Anxiety that never fully switches off. People are drowning. And when yoga teachers treat their own work as just a fun little stretch class, they miss the point entirely. You are not running a stretch class. You are delivering a medical grade intervention for a chronically stressed out world. In 1993 in Washington, D.C., researchers tracked a group of trained meditators over 8 weeks. Nobody in the city knew what they were doing. No headlines, no announcements. And while that group sat and regulated their own nervous systems, violent crime, homicides, assaults, robberies, they dropped by over 23% compared to historical trends, even controlling for weather, seasons, political coverage. The odds of that happening by chance were less than 1 in 10,000. Similar studies in Merseyside in the UK and Metro Manila found measurable drops in traffic accidents and ER visits too. Think about that. When a group of people sit on a mat and practice deep breathing, crime rates drop in the streets where they never even walked down. Teaching someone how to breathe isn't just helping them survive their Monday, helping them prepare for a presentation as a CEO. It's making their home safer, their workplace calmer, their drive less aggressive. Measurably, at a citywide scale, if that isn't a result, like what is? So let's turn I feel calmer into something you can put in front of a skeptical client. Physical health. Okay. Heart rate variability going up. Cortisol coming down. Blood pressure normalizing. Career. Sick days taken per year. Productive hours gained per week. Turnover costs going down. Mental well-being. Panic episodes dropping from 5 a week to 0. Real hours of deep sleep tracked on a wearable device. Let's talk relationships. Fewer explosive blow-ups, faster conflict resolution at home and at work. I always say yogis make the best wives. None of that is woo-woo. That's a results sheet. Those are trackable numbers. Most people live like a thermometer, just reading the temperature of whatever chaotic room they come into, responding, being upset by whatever's going on, Traffic's bad, they're furious. The inbox a mess, they spiral. Yoga turns your nervous system into a thermostat instead. You stop just reading the room. You start setting the temperature of every room you walk into. And in a company, that matters more than people think. When an employee is distracted, anxious, quietly terrified of the next round of layoffs for 48 hours a week, they aren't hurting themselves. They're dragging the whole team down with them because they're doing more than just hurting themselves. A regulated teacher stepping into the building isn't just teaching poses. She's installing a safety valve that saves the company thousands of dollars in medical leave, in burnout, in turnover, in conflict. When you start tracking and speaking to real results instead of vague vibes, you stop feeling guilty about charging what your work is worth. Your clients were never paying for an hour of your time. They're paying for the outcome. If you're ready to stop selling drop-in classes and start building a high-impact, sustainable business around real results, that's exactly what we build inside the Yoga Career Blueprint. Come join me. Come learn from me. If you're serious about taking aligned action because you care enough, join me on Sunday, 7 p.m. Check the caption. The link is below. I'll see you there. Bring your pen. Be ready to take notes. Be ready to ask questions. Peace.